school marketing today, face-to-face, business here at the Chamber, but there's a lot of other ways to do it that Julie's going to tell us about.
Thank you very much, Chris. I'm happy to be here. I have a question. How many of you have a website for your business that you've had for more than 2 years? Terrific. How about have you had it for more than 5 years? Great. And how about longer than 10 years? Okay, not too many. Well, the reason why I bring that up is a friend of mine has just started a janitorial business, and his mentor is a person whose business is named Mops and Brooms. And Mops and Brooms told him that he had to do almost no advertising because his website brought him all the leads that he needed. When you look under janitors in Sacramento, his website comes up #1. And website in 2001. When very few janitors thought that there was any reason that they would need to have a website. We are at that same point with social media. You hear a lot talked about Flickr and Twitter and Facebook and MySpace and YouTube and all these things. But you need to remember that these sites are really new. Twitter will celebrate its 3rd birthday this month. And for probably the first 2 years that it was on, it was almost exclusively tech people who were involved. It's just come into the public interest, and the majority of the public interest is among personal use, not businesses. So the business use that I've seen on these websites has been just in the last 6 months. So if you get involved in it now, you will have the same opportunity that Mops and Brooms has. They were at the beginning. And it's really very easy to do these different social networks. They all need you to have the same thing. You need your real name, not your business name, your person. You need a good photograph. You need a biography, a short biography that includes a little bit of personal along with the professional information that you have. You need a website, and you need an email list. And if you have those things, when you go to sign up for any of these sites, you'll have everything that you need to do those. So I'm going to talk about 3 sites that I recommend for businesses to get involved with, and those are Facebook, LinkedIn, and Twitter. I'm going to give you a little bit of details of each of those. First of all, Facebook. So the reason why you should have a profile on Facebook is because there are 70 million Americans with Facebook profiles. You will have people right away in this very organization that you can become friends with. And that's the other thing that makes Facebook the strongest, is because you can let your friends show you the way. Facebook is a cocktail party. You don't want to talk all about your business. You want to be a person who's friendly, who's interesting, who's interested in what other people are doing. The one recommendation that I would have for you on Facebook is don't talk too much. It's not something that you have to accomplish all at once. You invite 5 people to be your friend. You're done for the day. You don't have to do anything more. The next day, maybe you load 5 pictures that your niece has sent you of the vacation that are cute. And the next day, you make 5 comments on your friend's items. And let it progress naturally. The second network that I think that you should participate in is LinkedIn. And that is strictly a professional site. So the advantage to LinkedIn is that you have your professional resume that you have created that has the information that you want to have the people see, indexed by Google. And frequently, when someone does a search for you, it's the first thing they see. So instead of seeing some dopey thing that is out there, they're seeing your awards and your recognition. And most importantly, they see the recommendations that people have made about your business. People have commented about you and how great you are to work with, and that's all out there for people to see. So as a resume, whether you're looking for a job, or you're looking for customers, or you're looking for vendors or business partners, you're projecting the very best information that's out there for you. can use LinkedIn for is to connect with people. So for instance, say I wanted to speak to the Midtown Business Association, and I research it and I find out that Rob Kurth is involved in that, but I don't know him. So I type Rob Kurth's name into LinkedIn, and I see that my friend Chris Little is connected to him on his LinkedIn page, and it has an automatic function where I can say, would you please introduce me to this person? So the email to Rob Kurth comes from Chris, and it says, pre-populated in on the email, I have a friend I want you to meet, this is Julie Gallaher. And then I've written my little commentary of like, I'd really like to talk to you about whatever. The recommendation that I have about LinkedIn is to join groups. There's a Sacramento Business Network, a Northern California Business Network, California. You can look for industry organizations. People write about, they put up links about things that you might want to know about interests that you have, businesses you want to know more about. And the third network is Twitter. And the great thing about Twitter is that it's really easy to use. You don't have to post pictures, you don't have to do quizzes, you don't have to do anything too dramatic with it. The most important things to know about how to be involved with Twitter is that A, you can follow anyone you want. They don't have to know you. They don't have to say yes to you like they have to say yes on Facebook or LinkedIn. You can see what Lance Armstrong is talking about. And so when Lance Armstrong had his bicycle stolen, that minute, the first thing, before it was on the news, it was, the police just came to my room, someone stole my bicycle.
There are organizations that have Twitter accounts. For instance, the Federal Reserve has a Twitter account, and I happen to follow the Federal Reserve. Now it sounds odd, like what the heck am I doing following the Federal Reserve? But it's interesting because what will happen is I'll get a tweet from the Federal Reserve saying, announces Federal Reserve of New York or Federal Reserve of Pennsylvania or somewhere will announce an agreement in principle with XYZ Bank for $5 billion.
The recommendation that I have with Twitter is that you can search for the word, and I've got this included in the material. You can search for ESAC, and you can see all the people who are putting ESAC into their message. If you're interested in information about really how the social networking, how people are doing it successfully, and various things that people are doing, I recommend this book that's called The Woofie Factor. And The Woofie Factor, written by Tara Hunt, she has been involved with a whole bunch of different startup businesses, and she talks about how by being involved in your community, by listening to people, by providing really extraordinary service, and by embracing the chaos that exists around us, your business into the tens is going to prosper. And this is a book I recommend. I want to thank you for having me here today. I have a business that's called Get on the Map, and I'm doing a variety of different digital media programs for people. The essential one right now is to get onto the first page of Google. And I've been at it for quite a long time and been getting businesses to show up when someone types for something like route window replacement Sacramento. You want your business to come right up to the top. And so it's search engine optimization, but specifically search engine optimization with the local customer in mind. The Google Map system really has revolutionized local search. There's very few people who have figured out what the algorithm